Now, surround yourself with positive people. There's a very nice quote that says, "You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's why choose them wisely." Right? As an adult, we often tell our children, keep the right company. But as adults, often we don't keep the right company, right? If we only followed all the things that we preach to our children, we would have been at a much better place as people and professionals, right? But irrespective of what your age is, surround yourself with the right people and often supportive people, right? Surround yourself with people that make you feel good. Don't be around people that constantly put you down or make you feel less worthy. That doesn't mean that you surround yourself with people that are yes men or yes women. It doesn't mean that you surround yourself by people that are not going to call your bullshit. It doesn't mean that you don't surround your people that are not going to tell you when you're going wrong. Those are very, very important people in our lives, right? People that are going to actually do that for us. They are invaluable to us, right? But there also are a set of people that are constantly, in the way they interact with you, they're constantly being critical, they're constantly putting you down. And those are the people that, if possible, I wouldn't even say if possible, you should avoid, right? Because they don't do a lot to your confidence. It could be somebody else that are constantly saying stuff that doesn't do anything to our confidence. Surrounding oneself with supportive people directly impacts one confidence, and me and Arunima have spoken about this in detail, right? When sometimes whatever amount of self-talk that you do is not enough. You need somebody to nudge you on. You need somebody to support you. You need somebody to actually put in that word for you, and that kind of encouragement really helps, right? And having, again, those kind of people are invaluable. Again, let me repeat that you need to have people that are going to call your bullshit. Then you need to have people that are going to give you truthful advice, right? But the intention is what matter, right? Take feedback seriously, not personally. A lot of feedback that is given to you may not be right, but at least take the effort to hear the person out and see what you can learn from that feedback, right? And a lot of us are so busy taking feedback personally that we don't take it seriously. We are busy feeling bad about the feedback. We're not busy learning from the feedback that comes to us, right? So ensure that you're doing that, but your company that you keep is supremely important if you want to feel more positive, and in turn you want to feel more confident, right? Think of 2 or 3 people in your life who make you feel good and confident and are your cheerleaders. And also think of the few people in your life that are toxic. Listen, you're talking to your coach here, right? So actually verbalizing this, there's nothing wrong with it, but the more conscious you are about that, the more it's going to help you out. So pause the video here, make a note of these people, and if you feel that you're surrounded by too many toxic people or too many people that are a negative influence on you, see whether you can delete them from your life. But if you can't delete them from your life, see if you can manage them in some way, and that's something that's going to help you, right? Now, the last point, and with which we end this session, is stop comparing yourself. Comparison is the killer of joy. Lack of confidence often comes from a gap in where you see yourself and where you think you should be. Compare yourself with your previous self, measure how far you've come as opposed to how far behind you are to somebody else, right? You can't. Comparing yourself is a very natural human tendency. It's something you need to try to minimize. And you need to be very conscious about not comparing yourself, because you need to know that each and every person is been dealt a different hand of cards, right? So each and every person has got different talents. He comes from a different background, has different experiences, has different IQ levels, have different opportunities and circumstances that open up or happen in their life, right? So if you're constantly comparing yourself against people, it's a very natural thing to do, but you need to consciously avoid that and stay on your own track and run your own race in a way, and try to become the best version of yourself. As long as you concentrate on becoming the best version of yourself, being true and genuine to yourself, that is what matters most to people.